All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And today, the spirit, well, not today, but a few days ago, the spirit allowed me to find this beautiful gem of a video, and it's called 1200-year-old Bible seized by Turkish police in Diyarbakir, 6 detained for smuggling. And I had a chance to check out this video, and it is very damaging. It is very damaging to bad Uncle Esau, who is the so-called white man. Because what you're about to see, it's not necessarily a Bible, but it's a book that I'm sure it does have text in it, but it has a lot of images in this book. And in this book, it paints a totally different picture and narrative to what the world has become so familiar and accepting. And that idea is that bad Uncle Esau, who is the so-called white man, was ruling during the time of the Dark Ages. And you may say, well, why do you say this is a book from the Dark Ages? Well, you just got to simply do the math. 1,200 years minus 2019, that's the time of the Dark Ages. And so when you watch this video and see the imagery in it, it clearly shows you who was the ruling class of people during that time. And you have to ask yourself, now, if bad Uncle Esau was ruling during this time period, why would he create or design a book that you're about to soon see in this video? Okay, so without further ado, let's let this play. There we go. Look at that image. Look at that image. That is the image of a so-called black man. There at the top, you can see the white hair. You have the dark face. You have the beard. And you have the holy, like a golden holy garment. Once again, I pose the question. Now, if bad Uncle Esau was ruling during the time of the Dark Ages, why is there an image made like this? Why is there a book designed and has artwork in it that depicts so-called black men? The answer is easy. Because bad Uncle Esau was not ruling during that time. See, when you do your history, you'll find out that when Jake came over into Europe, they forced all them Edomites up into the Caucasus Mountains, where they ruled for 1,000 years. Okay, this is why you have books that have images like this. And that's why when you go on the interweb and I typed in black Russian icons, this is what you get. Now you see the design the style of design matches exactly with what you see here in this book to a T. It matches perfectly. Because the thing is, what Bad Uncle Esau would like to have you believe is that, let me see if I can find it, something on here real quick. Bad Uncle Esau would like to have you to believe that I'm sure they got to have a picture of this somewhere. But in a nutshell, Bad Uncle Esau would like to have you believe that images like this existed the whole time during the Dark Ages. But, yep, images like this and like this existed the whole time. When on the contrary, these images you see here were the images of that time period. And when you do your research and go on the internet and look up many of these photos, they tell you the name of the picture and the time in which it was designed. Oh, perfect. This is perfect. See, they would have you to believe that the after picture is really the before picture, and that the before picture never existed ever in history. But thanks to this smooth move by Yahweh Bashem and Hawashai, that artifact proves that the so-called black man, so-called Negroes, were ruling. I know that's hard for a lot of people to believe, all right, looking at our lower state right now. But yes, we were ruling Europe during this time. Oh yeah, this is another good one. Yeah, they would like to have you believe that the after image is the before image. Hey, man, it's a beautiful thing to see things like this. And that's how I know the Spirit led me to this video to expose this, or to, should I say, bring forth this info and expose Bad Uncle Esau for his wickedness. Because what he did, as you can see in this picture, is called iconoclasm. And this is not the first time that Bad Uncle Esau has resorted to such witchcraft and trickery. Because when you go to the book of the Maccabees, First Maccabees 3, and I think it's 37. Oof. No, it's 47. It says, "Then they fasted that day, they are the Israelites, and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen," all right, Bad Uncle Esau, "had sought to paint the likeness of their images." Now, as I said before, granted, this is not a Bible, but what this book does represent is the imagery and the designs and the artwork of a nation of people that were ruling at that time period. Once again, I pose the question: if Bad Uncle Esau was ruling during this time, why would he make a book and put artwork in it that depicts a holy Negro male with dark skin and white woolly hair and a beard? Come on, man. Come on, man. And see, this is the truth that many of our people and the heathens alike are now starting to realize. And this is what's boosting our faith, and this is what's helping us push this word out even harder. Because the Most High is making this truth known that's been hidden for so many. You know what? That just reminded me. You all already know what I'm going to get. 6 and what's that? 24, 28. Yes, 2nd Ezra 6 and 28. It says, as for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall overcome. And the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared. All right. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai doing this smooth move right here has exposed a lot of truth. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. Because as I said before, this is a truth that has been so long denied, because you have bad Uncle Esau and all these other nations of people coming together and making sure that the truth about our identities and our history remains a secret, so we can remain in this lower state. That's why when you go to Psalm 83, and I'm probably going to end it on this. Psalm 83 and 3. It says, I'll start at 2. It says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. Okay? The they are the heathen nations, which is going to prove, which this chapter is going to prove in later paragraphs. And it says they have lifted up the head. They've become very prideful. It says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. All right. That's just ancient language for saying they a conspiracy, and consulted against thy hidden ones. And the Israelites, we are the hidden ones. Why? Because we had got discontinued from our heritage. Nobody, according to what's that? Jeremiah, I believe it's 17 and 4. Okay, we became discontinued from our heritage. So nobody knew who we were. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right. And stuff like this goes to show you the depth and the length and the outright wickedness that bad Uncle Esau and all these other nations have stooped to hide our true nationality and the knowledge of who we are. Because I guarantee you, if you show the average Edomite out here a painting of the Dark Ages, they'll tell you that, oh, somebody made that up. The real images didn't look that way. When it's actually quite the contrary. All right? It says, the tabernacles of Edom, the so-called white man, bad Uncle Esau, and the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, of Moab, the Chinese, and the Hagarenes, I believe those are also Ishmaelites, so-called Arab. Gabal, Ammon, I think Ammon are the Japanese. Amalek, the chief house of Esau. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, all these other African nations. All right. So as you look at this video, it shows you not only the truth about the Dark Ages and who were the ruling class of people at that time were, but it also goes to show you that these other nations know who we are, and the lengths that they have stooped to hide this knowledge. But as prophesied in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, it told you that that knowledge, the truth that was in that book, not only in that book, but the Bible, it's going to manifest itself and it's going to flourish, and you can see it. Because now when you got all these people coming up to us talking about, oh yeah, we did this, white people did this, white people did that, so-called. We just come up to them and cut them with the scripture, with history, with artifacts, and they leave dumbfounded. They're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm learning lies? Wait a minute. I don't know about this. I got to go back and research this. And then once they go and research it, they realize that we were right and they were wrong. And the mere fact that it's crushing their spirit, and that spirit is leading into a crushed economy, it's only boosting our faith. It's only making us more bold, because now the Most High is starting to vindicate us through his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and doing moves like this, exposing these wicked people trying to cover up history. So, yeah, if you brothers happen to have a chance to look at it, I would highly recommend you look at it, download it yourself, and just keep it for you. As I said, that video is damaging the bad Uncle Esau, because you can't deny the artifacts of the time. You can't. You just can't. So with that being said, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. With that, we're going to say shalom.